Hey everybody, and welcome back to the shop. Today's topic is going to be brush care. It's a key component when you're trying to get a quality varnish job done. So I'm going to walk you through everything that I do when I'm doing a varnish job before, during, and after with my brushes. So the next time you're ready to do varnish, you're ready to go. Let's get over to the bench and make it happen. So let's say you got a brand new brush or you've got an old brush. The treatment is the same when you're getting ready to go and lay varnish. The only difference that I would say is you're probably going to have to add one thinner treatment to your brush if it's brand new out of the package. At least I do. So I wrap mine in paper towels between uses. That just keeps everything as clean as possible. But I'm going to take that brush out of storage and I'm going to hold it up and flick it out. And then I can actually see if there's dirt coming out of it. You'll see a bunch of dust particles flying away, or you'll see a loose bristle or something, and you can pluck it out of the way. But right before I go to the boat to start smearing, I'll actually take an air nozzle and make sure I really blow this out. If it's a brand new brush, I'm probably going to wash it in some thinner first, give it a really good spin out, and then double check it to make sure that there's nothing loose, because usually a brand new brush will have some loose bristles. Not the end of the world. Your brush isn't crap, so don't panic. It just needs to have a little attention. All right, so you just got down off the boat and your brush is dirty. How do you clean it? Well, step one is find a pair of gloves. You're about to deal with solvents, so you want to make sure you keep them out of your skin. If you've ever worked with paint thinner, I'm sure I'm preaching to the choir. It's nasty, it absorbs into your skin, and when you can end up tasting it, you know you've got too much in your system. So I'll take my brush, set it aside, keeping it off of dirty surfaces, and I'll grab a little bit of thinner. A little bit of solvent goes a long ways. You're gonna end up just having about that much in your cup, and you wanna take your brush and work it in that solvent for about a minute. At that point, you'll see a change in the color. You won't see it here because this brush was already clean. But then you want to dump out the solvent that's in the cup, spin the brush out, top off the cup again, and repeat that process 3 more times. The final time, you can go ahead and leave the brush in the paint thinner or mineral spirits, whatever you're using, overnight. Just spin it out in the morning and you're ready to go back to work. This is all that's required when you're spinning your brush. No more, no less. This should get the job done. Okay, so this is an extra step that most people skip when they're trying to take care of their varnish brushes or their paint brushes. Get some brush cleaner. You're gonna want a little bit more than that. Put it in a cup, and you're gonna give it the same treatment that you did with your spirits. Now, the difference here is you're gonna spin this out, and then we are going to take it over to a faucet and wash it out with some kind of dish soap. You're looking for something that has the ability to remove oils and greases. So I usually just grab whatever is there at the sink and we'll work this brush 4 or 5 times with some soap, and then I rinse it until I don't see any bubbles coming out of it anymore. And at that point, you just let your brush sit out and dry, and as soon as it's dry, you can wrap it up in your paper towel and you're ready for next year. Another side note is, if you didn't do as good of a job cleaning your brush with the spirits, you can soak your brush 2 or 3 days ahead of your project in the brush cleaner, and it'll usually soften up your bristles again. And if you make it sit in there deep enough, it'll actually clean a lot of residue that builds up right here. So that's pretty much all there is to brush care. It's a really simple thing, but it makes a big difference as far as the quality of your final outcome. Now, I know that was an extremely short little common sense, most likely, video for people, but it is something that I see people mess up with a lot. They think they can get away with just washing their brush out in thinner. They do it once and then they wonder why there's junk in all of their varnish. Especially the extra step using the brush cleaner, I found makes a huge difference in the quality of my finish. The other thing that I found is making sure that I use, even if I just use thinner and I don't use the brush cleaner, just washing the brush out with dish soap and making sure I get all of that soap out of it before I put the brush away for the year, you'll find that you get a lot better results the next go around. If I'm building up 12 coats or something like that, about halfway through, I'll actually go through the process of my thinner wash, and then I'll take it home because I don't have running water in this building, and I'll actually use the dish soap and wash it out, getting rid of any contaminants that I've had at that point. When I get down to my final coats, I'll do the same thing again, and that's my last 2 coats. I'll wash my brush out every day for those last 2 coats, and you end up with a lot better end product. So I hope this is helpful for anybody that is just getting started. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, maybe I didn't answer something quite clear enough, leave a comment down below and I will do my best to answer that in some of the upcoming videos. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping in. Please consider subscribing. As always, hit that little bell icon down there and that'll let you know when the next video comes out. I think I've got about 2 more videos planned for this series, and then we should be into something that's a little more interesting than just literally watching finish dry. See you on the next one.